Candice Kloss. Candy, it's Craig and Evan. How you doing today?
Hey, how are you guys?
I heard you're a little bit under the weather the last couple of days. How you feeling? Are you okay?
Yeah, I feel pretty good now. Thank you for asking.
You fascinate me for so many reasons because in your bio, I'm told that you are an actual living member of Mensa, meaning you have an IQ above like 130 or something, and you also decided that once upon a time you wanted to look like a Barbie doll, and you're doing OnlyFans. And I'm trying to connect the dots from a brilliant woman to I want to be Barbie to let's make money on OnlyFans. So walk me through how all that happened.
Well, I actually joined Mensa after I did like those intelligence tests when I was little because I wasn't paying attention in school. So they're like, okay, maybe we can get her medication and it'll be better. So when they found out I had a high IQ, when I was like 16 or 17, I was like, wait, if I just join Mensa, does that mean I could skip college? Like, I genuinely thought I could just go get a job and just be like, I'm in Mensa, and I get a job. It didn't work out that way, but...
By the way, that's not stupid. Like, why am I going to college if I'm already a Mensa member? Right. Hire me to be an electrical engineer. I'll figure it out, right?
Yeah, and so I had actually my goal was to work at a hedge fund, but I looked around and I saw there's not a lot of female hedge fund owners in the U.S. And then my friend hit me up during COVID and was like, oh, I make $100,000 a month on OnlyFans. I didn't even ask what she did. I just called my advisor. I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. Bye.
Now, trying to connect the three, were you playing with Barbie dolls as a young girl?
No, I was more of a tomboy, which is weird.
So what happened, like, at one point, because you're obviously a very attractive woman who's also got, a good head on her shoulders, you're smart, and, you could have done anything you wanted to do. Was it just the allure of, quote-unquote, easy money and a lot of it? Like a girlfriend says, hey, I'm making 7 figures and, I'm just taking pictures of myself, which I might do anyway, and now I'm monetizing it. Was that it?
I think it was, I always knew I wanted to do business, and like OnlyFans ended up to be way harder work than I thought. But by the time I was in it, it was too late to get out. Like, there's already money being made. So I'm like, okay, just kind of push through. You have to do it.
Was it awkward the first time? Like, it's one thing if you're a 22-year-old woman and you're taking pictures for a boyfriend, a husband, or just for yourself, but then to take pictures knowing that there are men who God knows what they're doing at home, who are paying you $20 a month to see you. What was that difficult for you to do that? Were you self-conscious at all?
Not really, like online and taking pictures and stuff like that, because it's like you don't have to see someone's face when they look at the picture, but more like in a locker room, I'll be like hiding behind the locker door, even though everyone can still see everything. Got it.
Now, as Evan brought up the Barbie thing, you've obviously had a lot of work done to try to look like Barbie. And then as I'm reading here, I guess at some point recently, you decided, well, that was stupid. Let me try to get rid of what I've done and go back to just my natural look. So walk us through why you wanted to be Barbie and what made you decide that that was not a good idea.
I think just being like a younger person with like the social media influence where it seems like everyone with all the work done, like, 10 years ago, people getting work done were like 35, 40. But now it's like the people getting work done, like some people are like in high school in LA getting work done. So I think I just started way too early with this idea of, what a woman is supposed to look like. And then when you get a little older, you realize like no one cares that much. Guys don't care. They usually don't notice that stuff.
Right, that's the worst part about it, right? Like, how many times have you gotten home, Evan, and your wife will say to you, you didn't even notice that I got a haircut today?
I never noticed. I'm terrible.
Right?
And most men are like that. No, you're right. You're right.
So, for when you're on OnlyFans, is there a subsection of OnlyFans where there are men out there that have a fetish about seeing Barbie, and you played into that and monetize that?
I definitely think a little, but I think I didn't go like all the way to kind of like the like bimbo fetish where people really are into people with like extreme implants and butts and all of that stuff. Yeah,
it's funny because we read stories every day about some girl went to Argentina to get butt implants, and I'm saying to myself, that doesn't seem like the right country to go to for a safe procedure. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure it's less expensive, but you're not putting any crap in my butt cheeks in Argentina or Brazil or any other country other than this one. You know what I mean?
so you're getting yours done in America?
Yeah, I get my butt implants done in Newark, New Jersey.
That's the only place to do it.
That's where you gotta
Where
go.
else would you do it?
Yeah, I mean, Newark, New Jersey is the butt implant capital of the East Coast.
We also read that when going on dates, you've given men IQ tests upon going out with them.
That's interesting.
Now, are you looking for a very high score, an average score, a mediocre score? What are you looking for upon the results of this IQ test?
Me or Candice? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You've only done that once, actually.
I mean, at this point, I'm down for whatever. You could score like a 5. I'm like, okay, you're willing to date me? Let's go. But
why is it hard for you to get dates, like an actual, like someone that would be a potential boyfriend? Are guys intimidated by, what you do for a living or your background or anything where you're lonely and single, or no?
It's weird because it's weird to go out and realize that you're like someone that people are trying to date, because I'm just like here for the fun. I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm out in New York with so many people. But yeah, I would say not a lot of people ask me out, and when they do, it's like not the desirable people.
Got it. Now, I imagine from time to time, famous people drop into your DMs and want to see what's going on. Would you share with us a couple of guys that we might know or heard of who maybe they did nothing wrong at all, but they just stopped on by and said, how you doing?
I won't drop any names, but I would say most people will know who I'm talking about. And I would say for any ladies out there, if a sports owner team invites you to his hotel room or apartment, just say no. He doesn't have any money for you. Don't do it.
A sports owner. Wow. We haven't heard this one yet, Craig.
This is a new one for us.
This is new.
A sports owner dropped into your DMs and invited you to a hotel, yeah?
Huh.
Yes, and one of my friends had gone there before, and it's just funny because you meet other women in New York. I'm from Boston. I moved like a year ago. We all know the same guys, and we all know who's cheap. It's crazy.
And is part of the promise, hey, I'm mad wealthy. If you come to my hotel and we hook up, you'll leave with like 20 grand in cash, something like that?
I think that's like what they use to lure people upstairs. But then I think once you get there, there's like nothing.
So a New York sports team owner. Well, you didn't say
in
that.
New York.
She didn't say that.
Well, how about the sport?
Yeah, what sport? That's fair for us to ask.
Yeah.
Football.
All right, so somebody owns a football team and tried to get you to go to a hotel.
He knows who it is. He knows who
This
it is.
one's easy.
Is it?
This one's easy.
Hang
we
on,
talked
before you
about
say
him
it.
earlier on
Before
the
you
show.
say it,
Yeah.
if Evan guesses it right on one guess only, I think it's fair that you confirm that he got it right. That's a fair proposition, okay?
Okay.
He gets one guess. NFL owner
Correct.
that propositioned Candice Kloss to go to his
Correct.
hotel.
Correct.
Did you go to the hotel or no?
No, I don't even think he's the owner anymore. I think this guy's in jail.
Oh, forget-
He used to own a team.
Well, my guess is gone now.
He's in jail.
You know who I was going to guess, right?
No, who are you going to guess? I have no idea.
Jerry Jones. That would have been the guess. No?
Who's that?
No, she doesn't know who
Well,
that
the guess
is. No.
wasn't right, obviously.
So wait a minute. So an NFL owner who
He's
went
like
to...
disgraced, I think.
Oh, a disgraced NFL owner.
Are you sure he was
Yeah.
an owner and not a coach?
Maybe he was a coach. He liked massage places.
Is his first name Deshaun?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Is his first name
dude,
John?
is his first name Robert?
Yeah.
Robert Kraft.
Oh, really?
Like, so many women have, like, stories about this guy. It's just crazy. It's like, dude, you're a billionaire. If you were just nice and generous,
No, he's not a disgraced owner. He's still.
Just
he's
you
still
know,
a guy.
he got in trouble he got caught at a rub and tug place
You know
down
what?
in Florida.
That
but
was the
he's
logical
all
answer.
good.
That was as soon as you said massages, that one should have given it away.
Wow. So Robert Kraft invited you to his hotel room, and just out of curiosity, why did you say no to that? Other than the fact he's 80.
Yeah, it's not an issue. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not even kidding. Because in Boston, it's like a really small community, so it's like my guy friends were like, no. My girlfriends were like, no. He has an apartment in the Seaport District in Boston, so he goes out to the bars and finds the young ladies or whatever.
His wife passed away years ago,
Yes,
and
she
I
did,
think
yes.
he lived a single life for a while.
He was also with one or two women, like famously, very attractive women.
But now he's engaged to
I
like a
think he's
45-year-old woman,
and
right?
she's a doctor from New York, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. How long has it been since Robert Kraft propositioned you?
That was like 3 years ago.
Okay, so that makes sense.
He was single.
He was totally single.
He was on the prowl.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong.
So I want to be clear that he was single. His wife sadly passed away. And as Evan said, he was enjoying himself later in his life. And it was before he got engaged. And there's nothing illegal about asking an attractive woman on social media if she wants to come to his hotel and massage him. And there may or may not be a signed baseball on the way out. You never know.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's awesome, though. That's so awesome. Wow, that's like a news story now, isn't it, Evan? I like it.
In Boston, it's called a Tuesday. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that is. Did any of your friends ever take him up on the offer, and then they were disappointed because A, he's older, and B, there was no money or anything like that? And I'm not saying they were hookers. I'm just saying there might have been an expectation. Here's a billionaire. If I go up there, maybe he does, hook me up or get me an apartment or take care of me, like a sugar daddy thing, right?
No, but one of my friends went more recently, was waiting in the lobby. He's like, wait here. And the person working in his building lobby was a woman and told her to, leave. Like, she was like, you should get out. Like, don't
Got it. So there was someone,
left.
a good Samaritan was looking out for her.
Yeah.
Wow. This is a part of life none of us know anything about.
No kidding.
Would you ever write a book about your experiences or no?
I mean, maybe later, because, there's so much tea, but some of it, it's not even, bad tea. Like, if someone doesn't do anything wrong, why is it?
Right.
It's such a cool story to tell friends because it's true because it's New York, but it's it's not necessary for their life to be exposed, whatever.
That's fair. I respect that. Like, the guy may do it. You know who the guy is. You tell your buddies because it's a funny story. Hey, guess what? Alex Rodriguez just tried to hook up with me, or I'm making that up, of course. And it just, enjoy telling the story because it's a good story to tell and it makes you more popular at cocktail parties.
Yeah, exactly.
Evan tried to hook up with Nancy Reagan once, but that is a story for another day.
I
Yeah.
mean, there's rumors about her.
Yeah,
you know?
no, it was out there. It's in my forthcoming book, Evan and Nancy, The Untold Story. You know who Nancy Reagan is, right?
Yes.
Okay, just
She's
checking.
Mensa.
Listen, you could be really smart and have no street smarts or have no book smarts. I mean,
Facts.
you just be born smart. It doesn't mean you know who Barbara Bush is, right? I mean, who knows? I mean, she didn't go to college. I don't know what the story is. And are you close with your own family? And how's that relationship now that your mom and dad know, what their daughter is doing with their $1 million brain?
Yeah, I'm very close with them. At first, they were kind of like, oh my gosh, but I had dropped out of school so many times. I was only back in school so I could do the abroad program for cheaper than paying for it for myself. So they're kind of like, this person is a wild card, and they're super supportive.
So when you say, Dad, guess what? I made $150 last month. Things are going pretty good. Your dad's like, oh, okay. I just don't want to throw it in my face and be safe, but we're good, yeah?
He'd probably be like, oh, cool. Now you could get a train ticket to visit, right?
All right, so Robert Kraft, how about any basketball players, football players, hockey players? Who's the most recent guy just to slip into the DM and say, how you doing?
I want to say it was a basketball player, but I'm not going to say who it is because I don't even fully know any of the New York people. So it's like my friends will have to be like, that person's important. I'm like, oh,
Got it. But it was a New York basketball player. You don't know who he is, really.
I think so, yeah.
Got
He was tall, so there's
All right.
That
Well,
really doesn't narrow it down.
Doesn't really help us. There's 12 guys on that roster. We're trying to figure it
Everybody's
out.
really tall when you think about it.
Well, listen, I appreciate you coming on. I assume you're going to do this as long as you can make money on it. Is that fair to say? And one day you maybe sit back and go, ha, I made $50 million. You guys all suck, and I'm retired. Is that the plan?
Yeah, that's the exact plan. So.
And do you think over the course of the next year or two, you will have reversed, the threads, the filler, the injections or whatever enough where you will look in the mirror and you will look the way you originally looked? You think that's possible, or you think you've done too much?
I mean, my Instagram story, you can see I have one pic from when I was like 14 with like a Bob Marley shirt on. I look so different, but we'll see if it goes back to that.
But is that the goal?
The goal is just to make money and chill.
Got it. Well, listen, Evan has season tickets to the New York Mets and the New York Knicks, and he just handed me a note and said, you feel free to ask her if you ever want to go as a +1.
I never said that.
Nothing untoward. It's not a date. He's married with kids. But if you have not yet been to a Knicks game or a Met game or a Brooklyn Net game, Evan's saying to me that he would gladly
That's
offer you a
not true.
ticket.
No offense.
So if you want to go to a game, I'll make sure we get Evan your phone number and we're all good.
No.
Of course, I made that up, but there are 19 producers here who are like, I'll take it to a
why
game.
would
I'll
you
take
pick
it to a
me
game.
to do that with? Pick it with somebody else.
Like, here's the question. Would you go out on a date and consider hooking up with a radio producer making $23,000 a year with one pair of jeans?
With an IQ of below 105.
yeah, is that possible?
I mean, I only have like 2 pairs of jeans because I don't go out. So if he's funny, then yeah.
All right, so he has to be funny. And do you have any cats or dogs, or you live alone?
I live by myself, but I love cats and dogs. So
Got it. And are you loving New York City?
yeah.
Well, listen, we appreciate you coming on. Say hi to your folks for us. And since you're in New York, if you ever feel up to it, we're down in Tribeca. Open door anytime you and your family want to come by and say hi. We'd love to have you guys come in and say hello, okay?
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.
All right, that'll be good. That's Candice Kloss right there, Evan.
This is the first time
was propositioned by Robert Kraft.
This is the first time I'm like actually pissed off at you. Why the hell would you say that?
Because I figured you'd give Vincent Von Vincent the ticket.
No, but I don't.
And he
if
could
I
go.
said that with your wife listening or you would be so pissed off at me.
Yeah,
Don't
I
say
shouldn't.
that.
I apologize.
No, it's all right. I'm a sucker for a good apology.
I apologize. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
I got caught up in the moment, and I
mean,
really
come
wanted
on.
to set her up on a date with Vincent Von Vincent.
So say Vincent Von Vincent.
Well, but they're your tickets.
I would gladly give them
I
to
know you
Vincent
would,
Von Vincent.
especially to a preseason Knicks game.
Oh, preseason Knicks games I'm giving away. You want them? Great.
Yeah, but he messed up a date with the other listener.
So has Vincent Von Vincent lost all opportunities to be set up?
No, I know. Well, I mean, I'm not going to try anymore.
Maybe
we
he
tried
has.
once. He failed.
Who else is single around here?
Dude, I don't even know everyone's name, let alone if they're single. These guys aren't single.
No, they're not single.
We're not single.
Hoffman's not single.
Who's that?
Pete
no,
Hoffman?
Pete's wife's fantastic, too.
I
Nice
love
girl,
Pete's wife.
nice
Al
girl.
Dukes isn't single.
Well, he doesn't have a ring here either.
I don't want to put him on blast, but I think Connor Green is single and he lives in the city.
Connor's
Lives
not
in
bad.
Hoboken, right?
I think he moved into the city.
Oh.
Connor's a good dude.
Connor's
I
a
like him a
good
Young
lot.
guy. I think
Yeah.
they're around the same age.
Yeah. I don't see that as a match.
What about
Come on.
what about what's his name? Patty Boyle.
I like Pat Boyle.
Pat Boyle. And he just dyed his hair. Did you
blonde.
see what he did?
And he's a pretty well-built dude.
Yeah.
And he's smart. He's asking people to review his tapes.
Oh, very
so he gets
smart.
better at what he's doing.
He's very good, by
And
the
gets
way.
more opportunity to do it.
Pat Boyle, Yankee fan, no
I like-
issue getting Met calls. True
He's
story.
also an Islander fan.
I'm just kidding, Big Mac. And he's an Islander fan. Boyle's very good. He's on my
Listen,
depth chart of guys
I listen
like.
to Pat Boyle. It's nonstop calls. It's fantastic. 3 in the
I get
morning,
calls
1 in the
all the
morning,
time.
midnight. Why do you think we're
No,
talking about you?
Why don't you guys come back here and really talk to me, and I'll give you some feedback, or I'll just take the information I give you and use it against you every chance I get. We'll try one or the other.
But isn't it fun that we do that?
It's fun. Listen, I think you have a good thing going here.
Do I? Yeah.
Don't you?
I think you do too.
I'm thrilled. I'm pretty
There you
good.
go, yeah.
I'm in a good place.
What about Big Zoo? He's
Big
single.
Zoo's single.
Yeah, have Big Sue sweat on her? No thanks. I'll pass on that. Because we become responsible, right? And I love Big Zoo, but that's a non-starter right there.
You think that Candy would be turned off by Big Zoo?
No, I didn't say that.
Then
I
what
never
are you
once
saying?
said that.
Then what are you saying?
I don't think she'd be happy with what she sees through the peephole in the door. Yeah, I'm not home.
What if he does a very good IQ test result?
I'm not home. You got the wrong number.
How about Anthony Gallo? Works in digital.
Who's that?
Oh, you know Anthony Gallo, the beard.
Oh, yeah, I like Anthony a lot.
Big Broncos
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No.
No. Sorry. No shot.
Why does he get a no shot?
I don't know. It seems like a no. Seems like that's never going to happen. Is he single, Gallo?
I believe so.
He'd probably want to take her to an NYCFC soccer game, which would end that conversation right there. You're not taking me to the Garden? Yeah, that's why I want to go see soccer on a Saturday. No thanks. All right, so there you go. So I can't help her out. I thought maybe there was a love connection we could help make.
Connor Green, I think, is a good candidate.
I like Connor a lot.
Connor's a very solid.
Yeah. But, well, how tall is she? Let's see.
No, she's not
5
tall.
foot.
She's
Yeah,
5 foot.
That works.
And Connor's like 5'7", 5'8".
That works. They could both dress up like the Cleveland Browns mascot. I'll be the leprechaun. You be Brownie the elf. It'll be fantastic. All right, 877-337. 66. Your call's coming back up as we get ready for a big Met game. Evan's going to give you the Brave update, see where they're at in regards to the New York Mets tonight. Yankees, of course, have another game with the Red Sox. And Zach Wilson practiced today. And we have some Giants news as well regarding whether or not their quarterback rushers are going to be playing in game number 2.
Pass rushers.
What did I say?
Well, quarterback rushers.
It's been a long day.
It's an awkward term,
It's
but
weird.
I
It
get
didn't
it.
sound right when I said it.
You're talking
They're
about
pass rushers.
Aziz
Thibodeau.
Ojolari and Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah, Thibodeau and Ojolari. Are they playing? We'll have an update on that. But in the meantime, don't be a dummy.